Well, good morning. You are looking outside right now on the Syntex Roof Systems camera at the 25 News Studios. Temperatures hanging in the 50s and the 60s. And you may be saying, well, Josh, you know, y'all were forecasting upper 40s overnight. You're dead wrong. We've got numbers that are in the 50s and the 60s now, even as warm as the mid 60s now in Waco. But it did get that chilly overnight. In fact, as you look at the last 12 hours, you see the temperatures fell very quickly. And we actually got down to the upper 40s around 1, 2 a.m. this morning. Since then, south winds have really been cranking up, and that has moved warmer air in as we've now pushed into the middle 60s in Waco. Now, there are spots that are still in the 50s, so you may still need a light jacket, especially when you add in a little bit of wind. And this is not a humid wind either. This is very dry air that's in place. And as that wind increases and turns more of the southwest, it'll really help those temperatures warm up quickly. In fact, we'll be back in the low 80s by noon and low 90s this afternoon as we turn warm again. That southwest wind also combining with the drier air to lead to a higher fire danger, which is helped by numbers that'll be in the low 90s, which is well warmer than where we should be this time of year. Our normal should be 79. Record, by the way, 94 in 2023. That combined with the dry air and the gusty winds will lead to a higher fire danger. High to very high fire danger according to the A&M Forest Service today. You don't want to do anything that could cause sparks, so don't be throwing your cigarette butts out the window. Don't have any chains dragging on your car, and don't use any open flames outside. And respect the burn bans that are in place. There are many of them across central Texas. Again, low 90s this afternoon. We'll actually hit a cold front in here overnight, and by morning we'll start to see those numbers a little cooler. Look what happens by afternoon. We're looking at low to mid 80s tomorrow, so feeling nicer. Unfortunately, that wind out of the northwest means dry air hangs around, so we keep the high to very high fire danger in place. We really need rain chances. We're going to have a couple of passing cold fronts here Tuesday and also into Thursday that could bring some, but then once we get into Friday, this is when now models are showing a pretty potent upper low moving over Oklahoma. That'll put us in a favorable spot for some storm chances here, about a 40 to 50% chance of storms, some that could be strong with the best chances overnight Friday into Saturday. Models have been in decent agreement with this. And then we get into the middle of next week. Notice all these lines that are starting to curve downward. That is a sign of a stronger cold front. In fact, it may start to feel a little bit more like it should here as we head towards the Halloween holiday. So 91 here for today. Tomorrow's nicer in the 80s, but remember, high fire danger today and tomorrow. As winds relax, that will help. Friday, storm chances, especially overnight into Saturday morning. That cold front won't bring us a huge cool down. We'll get closer to the 90s into early next week, and then look by the middle of the week. That's when the stronger cold front comes in. I have highs in the mid 70s, and in the Brazos Valley more of the same. Watching those storm chances Friday and cooler next week.